My name is Dee. I'm in a journey to travel around Papua, the easternmost part of Indonesia. After years living in the US, this is the first time I come back and visit my motherland. I often heard unpleasant news about Papua. This time, I fetch up my courage and going to that place myself to get the proof. The distance from Jakarta is 3,785.3 kilometers. And since I have connecting flights, this will be a long journey. Finally, I'm here in Jayapura. One of my good friends in Jakarta introduced me to Michael, a well-known singer and one of Indonesian Idol finalists. And he is here to pick me up. I like Michael. He's a very cool guy, humble, friendly, and very funny too.
I'm so glad you're
We quickly click and become good friends.
I know. I'm so happy.
Actually, Michael lives in Jakarta, but he is here visiting family at the moment. So, while he's here in Papua, he's willing to show me around the island. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet the people and find the truth about this place. Michael is taking me to lunch at a popular restaurant by Lake Sentani. This beautiful lake is about 60 kilometers to the west of Jayapura. For lunch, we're having a Papuan traditional dish, pepeda. Pepeda is a delicious exotic combination of sagu porridge and yellow soup made from fish. Michael showed me how to serve pepeda properly. This is pretty unique and challenging. I don't think I'm doing it right. I hear some people enjoy slurping it straight from the plate.
Oh my gosh, do I hold this?
And of course, Michael dared me to try it. Boy, let me tell you, it is not an easy thing to do.
It's good. Very good.
I still prefer eating it with spoon and fork, just like Michael.
Yes. First time.
Bapak, kita langsung ke Swiss Bell Hotel aja ya.
After lunch, we continue our journey to Jayapura. I forgot to tell you, Jayapura is the capital city of Papua province. And you know what? This city even has a luxurious mall, Jayapura Mall. I definitely will go there tonight. Not only a fancy mall, Jayapura also has lots of great hotels with modern facilities. Okay, this is definitely different from what I've heard. Some people often describe Jayapura as an underdeveloped city. Well, I think they better come to Jayapura and see this growing city. Because from what I've seen, Jayapura is moving towards modernization. The warmth of the morning sun and the fresh air touched my body and filled my soul. They lifted up all my fears and erased my doubts. I'm enjoying my morning activities peacefully and safely. Today's plan is to visit Papua Harapan School. I really wish to learn more about how Papuan children can feel the pleasure of modern education system. Papua Harapan School has operated since 2009. This school has different education system compared to other schools in Papua. The word harapan means hope. This reflects the spirit of the school to participate in giving strong foundation and mending God's creation.
So this is it, Dee.
This school is committed to equipping students to become future leaders with godly characters, constructive attitudes, superior academic skills, and productive lifelong habits. That is the hope. There we met Mr. Wali Willy, the school's founder who has lived in Papua for years. He gave a huge contribution in establishing the school.
In thinking about building a school and what is really needed in Papua, specifically if we look at the leadership, what do we need to train the leaders for the future of Papua? I believe very strongly that the basics of a leadership is to get men and women, I believe, of godly character, of integrity, that are also skillful. So we set up our skill on a basis that we call cash, which is tunai dalam bahasa Indonesia. But cash stands for character, attitude, skill, and habit. And that is our focus, to build character, attitude, skill, which is the academics, is the third priority, but it is very important. You can get a very smart person that doesn't have character, and they don't make a good leader. If you get character and attitude, you can train the skills in the academic.
Permisi, bilang permisi ya. Permisi, Amsal 6 ayat 6. Hai pemalas.
Our focus is for the poor and the ones that don't have the opportunity. So our focus is on the interior children, and so we have an asrama. They only make up about a quarter of our student body, but the reason for that is that we bring them out, and to make a sustainable school, we take in other people from the surrounding areas here.
This old man with no teeth.
The heads of our classrooms, Juara class, if you don't want to say, are from interior. And so they come out with a desire to learn that's way above the average kid.
Namun suatu hari, ia sangat bosan menggembalakan domba-domba dan merasa kesepian. Bosan!
Most of the kids that we bring out can't even speak Indonesian. They speak their local language. And so when they come out, we focus on Indonesian. And by and large, they can learn Indonesian and be able to read Indonesian within the first year of coming out. And they just take off from there. Kami harap bahwa kami bisa siapkan anak-anak ini supaya mereka bisa jadi pimpinan masa depan Papua, supaya mereka juga ada atau mereka juga bisa bantu mengelola kekayaan yang Tuhan berikan kepada provinsi ini. Kalau kami tidak dengan segera menyiapkan mereka, masa depan Papua itu saya betul-betul takut.
Padahal kekayaan sesungguhnya itu anak-anak Papua sendiri.
Betul.
We also met the school's principal, Mr. Paul Watipo. He explained to us briefly about the purpose of establishing this school.
I think if you want to change the system, it's not changing the paper, but changing the paradigm, change the belief, change the character of teachers. So that's what I believe.
Tell me more about the children. What do you think about the Papuan children?
Awesome, they are great. Intelligent, they are, excited. They love to go to school.
They're really motivated.
They want to study hard, And in fact, in a class, I don't see there's the differences between other parts of Indonesian children or Chinese children and Papuan.
All the same.
We're equal.
They all want to learn.
And you can see they are hand in hand,
Yes.
They go, they play together.
Yeah.
So there's no difference in our school.
Mr. Wetipo gave us a tour around the school. There, we get to see how the children get their education, so they can use it to achieve their goals. With all the facilities and qualified teachers the school has, there is no doubt this school will be the hope of Papua in the future. This school becomes students' favorite playground, student main place to sharpen their skills, and above all, student atmosphere opportunity.
Wall for all the keywords that we have learned so that students can catch up with their lesson. And also the main vision of our school.
Right, I see that.
Yeah, cash, attitude, skills, and habits.
The skills, right?
Right here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
The children from different ethnic groups can interact and understand that they are one, Indonesia. To me, Papua Harapan is really an example of how difference is not an obstacle. Difference is a rainbow of diversity, which can create a beautiful harmony. This school has preparation class, where children from remote areas will be prepared before they join regular class. In this transition class, as they call it, student will be given adjustment materials so they can adapt with other students in the regular class. Dormitory are available for students from out of town. This dorm becomes the perfect solution for students from remote areas. Wow, they thought of everything.
Satu, dua, tiga, empat. Tanah Papua, tanah yang kaya. Surga kecil jatuh ke bumi. Seluas tanah sebanyak batu adalah harta harapan. Tanah Papua. Tanah Papua, tanah leluhur. Di sana aku lahir. Di sana kan di sini. Bersama angin, bersama daun, aku dibesar. Boleh sama-sama berdiri? Ref. Hitam kulit, tepuk tangan. Aku Papua, hitam kulit, keriting rambut. Aku Papua, biar nanti langit terbelah. Aku Papua. I'm happy when I know that the young generation of Papua get better education. From that school.
I'm really surprised to see that their school, yeah, that type of school here in Jayapura.
I'm still curious.
Yeah, that's something.
Papua Harapan School, of course, cannot accommodate all its children wishes to get better
I'm wondering,
education.
because Papua is
What about the
such
rest
a
of the
big
children
island.
from other remote areas?
What happened?
Do they get proper education? I need to find out the answer.
Selamat pagi saudara pendengar yang berbahagia di seluruh wilayah Nusantara, bahkan di mana saja, khususnya bagi para pendengar yang
Michael
berada di
answered my
wilayah
questions
perbatasan.
by taking me to
RIPNJ.
visit one of the
Kami
remote areas the next day.
Untuk cuaca di perbatasan pada pagi hari ini cukup cerah.
He took me to an area in Sko district, Mozo village, 2 hours away from Jayapura. Well, it's supposed to be a 2 hours journey, but because of the bumpy road in some areas, it took us longer than that. The bumpy road led us to a small school in the middle of a village, and from outside, we could see a man teaching the student how to read. He is actually Michael's best friend, Dedi, a 26 years old
Oh ya,
teacher.
kita di sini sudah kurang lebih 7 bulan untuk kegiatan mengajar seperti ini. Kita di sini bukan karena tidak ada gurunya atau apa. Guru sebetulnya ada di sekolahan ini, tetapi karena mereka perumahannya tidak di sini. Jadi mereka perumahan ada yang di Koya, ada yang di Seko, sehingga kita tahu sendiri medannya dari sana ke sini tadi kan, itu kalau sudah hujan jalan tadi tidak bisa dilewatin. Tidak bisa dilewatin karena becek, terus kemudian jembatan. Kemarin sempat putus juga jembatan. Jadi kebetulan kita yang ada dekat di sini, kita ikut membantu mengajar guru-guru di sini. Sehingga murid-murid ini mereka tetap tidak ada kekosongan untuk belajar mengajar seperti itu. Ini? Ini? BU? Buku. KU? Jadi dibaca? Buku. Buku. Pintar. Saya mengajar basic saja, ya, seperti membaca karena anak-anak di sini awal kita harus kan orang harus bisa membaca dulu untuk bisa dia menggali ilmu yang lebih lanjut kan dia pertama harus dasar harus bisa membaca. Untuk membaca ini semua orang juga bisa mengajar termasuk kita juga kita latihkan dia membaca. Kemudian kebetulan saya dulu bisalah matematika jadi untuk anak kelas 4 ke atas saya sering ngajar matematikanya.
Tell me about the children here. What kind of student are they?
Iya, anak-anak di sini itu sebetulnya orang yang cerdas. Saya lihat di sini kita kasih materi itu dia cepat menangkap. Walaupun mereka berada di mungkin desa yang terpencil seperti ini di perbatasan, tapi mereka brilian.
So are you here every day?
Ya, kita setiap hari datang ke sini. Tapi kita juga melihat apabila guru sudah cuaca baik, guru dan datang semua, kita lebih utamakan untuk guru yang asli untuk mengajar.
So most of the student lives around this area?
Ya, sebagian besar mereka tinggal di sini. Bersama keluarga mereka di sini, tapi ada beberapa pelajar nih yang dari luar daerah, dari PNG, Papua Nugini.
How do they get to school every day?
Dia sore dia pulang, pagi dia datang lagi. Kadang kalau malam minggu dia menginap di keluarga di sini. Memang karena di sini masih ada hubungan antar negara memang bagus ya, jadi kita memperbolehkan untuk mereka dengan kepentingan-kepentingan tertentu untuk masuk ke wilayah Indonesia maupun pulang ke PNG.
Now, Pak Dedi, I know separatism is an issue in Papua. How do you feel about that situation?
Tentang memang di dunia luar itu sering diisukan bahwa Papua ini tidak aman seperti itu. Tapi kenyataannya kita di sini apa? Kita di sini sangat-sangat merasa aman. Bahkan saya sebagai seorang pendatang ada di sini, penduduk asli di sini sangat welcome terhadap kita. Kita butuh apa, mereka pasti bantu. Jadi itu hanya isu yang mungkin tidak benar lah.
Now, what do you do for a living other than volunteering?
Aduh, kita ke rumah saya dulu nanti kita bisa lebih banyak bercerita tentang sesuatu.
Okay. We'll continue
tentang
this. We learn a lot from Dedi. He answered all of my questions about the things happen in Papua's remote areas and how children in those areas get proper education. I didn't know that Sko district is located in the border of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. I can see that the borderline between the two countries is not a barrier for culture, social, and even economic activities. That is another beautiful harmony placed from the border of Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. Soldiers saluting? Who is this guy? I'm still puzzled about this volunteer teacher. A Javanese away from home? How does he support himself?
Silakan duduk. Gimana keadaan pos?
Keadaan pos aman, terkendali sesuai dengan arahan dan petunjuk dan pos belum berangkat ngajar.
Oh ya bagus. Oh iya ini kebetulan ada tamu dari kota. Tolong ambilkan minuman dulu. Oh, iya bos.
Pak Dedi, you're in the military?
Yes, I am.
I can't believe it. Daddy turns out to be a military officer.
I am.
And he is the commander of the unit in this remote area.
Yes, First Lieutenant.
Wow. So how long have you been stationed here?
I am in here 10 months maybe.
Pak Dedi.
Yes.
No. Lieutenant Dedi. May I call you that?
No problem. You call me Lieutenant or Pak Dedi.
I'll call you Lieutenant.
No problem.
Anyway, what inspired you to teach at the school?
Let me explain to Indonesian.
Sure.
Inspirasi saya untuk mengajar di sekolah karena itu memang tugas kami di sini. Tugas kami di sini selain untuk menjaga perbatasan, kita juga mengatasi seluruh kesulitan yang ada di masyarakat, terutama masyarakat asli Papua. Salah satunya di Kampung Moso ini kita sangat kekurangan tenaga guru. Oh ya silakan. Yuk. Mari sambil kita makan, tidak apa-apa. Iya. Iya. Selain kita mengajar juga kita membantu mendukung dalam pengembangan. Contohnya kita mendampingi dalam pertanian maupun peternakan. Bahkan di sini pun kita menginformasikan berita-berita itu melalui siaran radio RRI.
Oh, you have a radio station.
Yes, I have a radio station in here. Ini stasiun radio nasional dari Indonesia.
Do you enjoy being a radio announcer?
Iya, sangat enjoy di sini. Senang saya untuk menyiarkan radio.
How did you get that job? Are they also lack of announcer around here?
Ya, kita sangat, tidak hanya saya, anggota saya juga bisa melakukan siaran tersebut. Kami menginformasikan.
Being a volunteer teacher and a commander have already amazed me. But that's not all. He is also a radio announcer. This post also has a radio station. The state radio network becomes the media for Daddy to socialize the spirit of Indonesia.
Setuju dengan beberapa program yang kita ajukan. Isinya adalah berupa informasi yang ada di perbatasan.
This particular young man really amazes me. Daddy is the wind of change. With his determination, ability, and enthusiasm, he tries and gives his best to develop this remote area.
Minimal seimbang dengan masyarakat kota. Jadi dengan begitu kampung-kampung yang ada di sini akan menjadi maju dengan sendirinya. Kalau sumber daya manusianya kita sudah maju, pasti mereka bisa membangun tanah Papua ini.
Spending a day with Daddy reminds me of Mr. Maruf. He's a police officer who is stationed in Soda district in Merauke, the easternmost city in Indonesia. He managed his time between serving as a police officer and teaching children around the border area. Mr. Maruf built a shack by the border for his wife to run a small business. And that's where he dedicates his time teaching the children. I'm so touched by his dedication.
Hari-hari biasa, tempat ini, warung saya ini saya manfaatkan. Saya manfaatkan untuk balai belajar. Jadi untuk balai belajar artinya kami mempelajari anak-anak yang ada di sekitar perbatasan sini. Baik dari Indonesia maupun anak-anak dari PNJ. Seperti ini kami mempelajari mereka. Mereka mulai tahu mengeja, jadi mengeja, membaca dan sebagainya. Jadi mereka lama-lama dia akan paham dan akan tahu. Jadi betapa pentingnya bahasa Indonesia di daerah perbatasan sini. Karena bahasa Indonesia yaitu sebagai penjaga persatuan dan kesatuan Republik Indonesia.
I've learned that no matter where you live, no matter what condition you are in, you can still reach your dreams as long you have hope, determination, and support. When people get together to create a better school environment and teaching strategies, these children will stay in school and flourish. This country was built by togetherness, which can be seen in the friendship of Daddy and Michael. This journey gives a remarkable learning lesson to me, how Papua Harapan School gives a glimmer of hope for the young generation, and how a young man named Daddy, besides being a military officer, is also doing a civic mission as a volunteer teacher in this remote area. Civic mission is actually written as one of policies in Indonesian Army. And let's not forget Mr. Maruf's dedication for giving hope to Soda's children. They all have important role in the drama theme harmony, a reality that I've never seen before. God must have been smiling when he created Papua. Like a beautiful song lyrics, Papua is a small heaven which fell onto the earth. This nation is worthy to have that heaven. Devotion, togetherness, and hard work are needed to keep the spirits up, so that we can reach our dream of a prosperous country, prosperous Indonesia.
Sesaat harapan kami.